Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Happy New Year's Eve. What's going on? Can you hear me? Let me know in the comments. Let's get some stuff going up here. No. What's going on? Oh, wow, you guys have been here for a while. We got Adam in the house. We got Kit, Billy D. Adam. What's going on, guys? What's up, Z? Marky Z? What's going on, guys? Happy New Year's Eve. I just got home from work. I actually worked till about 10 o'clock. I just got home at about 10:30. So I spent about an hour getting ready. Well, actually, I laid in my bed for about 30 minutes before I even got down here. I had to rest my back for a little bit, but yeah. Hey, what's up, Happy? Hi, what's up? What's up, Four Leaf? Good to see you. Billy D. So is everybody staying safe? New Year's Eve, staying at home, just relaxing, enjoying some fruits of their labor or fruits of whatever. Partaking in a little bit of their homegrown goodness. Not myself. I'm actually stone cold sober. Got some stuff to show you. I got a couple shout outs to do. I got some appreciations to throw out. Good evening, JC Cat. What's going on? But yeah. I just figured I'd drop a live tonight because I haven't been around much on Sundays, and I kind of felt bad because I started the Sunday brunch thing, and it's going to continue happening, but I am going to have to adjust the time frame. It's going to be probably 10 a.m. on Sundays because I have to work from 2 to 10 on Sundays for the foreseeable future. Not forever, but for a month or so, just to get a little bit of cash flow coming in. I got just things I want to do. I got a new microscope I want to buy that I can hook up directly into this feed so I can show live microscope slides on the screen and also still look through the scope. It's got a trinocular setup. I was looking at Justin Noosh's Vivor microscope, the triocular one. It's got the binoculars in the front and then the top mount for the camera mount, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I looked at a few of them, but that's actually a really good deal, the Vivor, VEVOR or something like that. They have it on Amazon. Comes with everything you need to go from like 410x to all the way to like 2500x. Plus, it's got this stuff for the camera to go on top. I already have a camera, so that's going to help out. What I'll be able to do is I'll have a split screen going on here so that I'll have, or I can show the whole screen so you can see microscopic stuff with the spores or mycelium or different things, looking for clamps, lack of clamps, stuff like that, for checking out different mycology stuff. So what are you doing tonight, Happy? I see you there. Oh gosh, but yeah, so the new job's going good. Basically, I asked for a part-time job, like 20 hours a week, and I'm working 40 hours a week. I got keys to the building, and I'm running 2 stores now. So I think I underestimated my qualifications. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm basically been there a couple weeks, and I was left alone my second week with keys and codes and everything, and it's kind of impressive. Actually, I haven't done it in a long time. I have forgot how capable I am at times. Hey, what's up, Sandy? But yeah, so it'll be yeah, it's gonna be badass. Happy, I can't wait. I'm gonna get the. I also, because my computer's old, it's like 15, 20 years old. It's an HP all-in-one. I ordered a new USB 3 to Ethernet connector, which will speed up my internet speed from like 100 megabytes to 5G. So that should make a big difference too. Plus, I'm going to be ordering a different hard drive, which will speed up the processing. So I'll be able to do multiple things. I don't know that much about it, but I did watch a few videos. So I'll be able to do a few things to speed up this computer's work, and then, showing you guys. So I'll be able to do like split screens. Like, I don't know if I can do it right now because I don't have anything else on the screen, but I'll be able to do split screens and then show my desktop with the microscope camera going. So that should be fun. And then what else did I want? I got bunch of things. I need core, I need vermiculite. There's so many expenses if you actually trying to do a lot of stuff, but I needed a chunk of change, and that was the only way I could do it was to go to work, and I don't mind working for it. I just didn't have the opportunity because of how bad my back was. But I'm dealing with it. Hopefully I'll get a little bit less hours. So like she sent in my pay for the past couple weeks I've been working. It was already over like $1,200 just for like 2 weeks. But anyway, so yeah, that should help with the getting things going. I got a few packages I got to send out to a few people. My Secret Santa, your gift is coming. I'm waiting for Friday for the paycheck to come in. Don't worry, you'll be happy. But it's coming. If you guys are into the Secret Santa thing that was going on during the pop show, mine's coming to you. So don't be afraid. It's coming. You'll be thankful. Or not thankful. You'll be happy. It'll be a good. Let's see. It'll be a pleasant little package coming. There's some. Oh wait, that's not the right jar. There's one of the jars with the nice little fruities going in there. Got a lot of fruities going out. Oh, there we go. There's nice big mushies in there. So a lot of those are going out in the Secret Santa along with some flowers and stuff. It's going to be in my package, so it should be fun. Yeah, Mark, I would have done that too, but I just didn't have any money in it. So, like I said, I got paid Friday. Took a couple weeks to get everything set up for the paycheck. I want to send out a huge thank you to Newbie One Mycology. Or I think that's exactly his name. But he sent me a care package. He wrote me a letter, said, "Hey, I got a bunch of cultures. Do you want a few plates?" And I said, "Sure." He sent me a list of like 1,000 freaking cultures, just different things. And I sent him like 10 I liked. I like any of those. If you got some available, sure, throw them out. So he sent me a package. He said, "Hey, I got an old camera you could try too. And some accessories and stuff. I'm not using it, I'll send it to you." So he sends me this box. Well, first I received this little bag, like one of those 8x10 mailers that you get from the post office, which is fine. And there's two little things. There's a spore print of B plus and another plate. Cool. I'm happy for that. Then later that same day, I get a box from UPS or FedEx. I don't remember exactly. It's freaking heavy. Well, I open it, and there's like 10 other bags in there. Well, first thing I see are these big jars, right? And I said, "Oh, wow, there's got to be something cool in there." I'm shaking it. It sounds wet. Well, what these are is 70% ISO wipes. These things are amazing. I have one open here. Oh, I thought I had one open. One of them's open. Must be this one, yeah. So anyways, these wipes, okay, it's just like a wet wipe for a baby, but they're soaked with 70% ISO. They're freaking awesome. You can just, no, they don't rip that easy, but they're awesome. Take them out, and they're freaking ISO everything. You can clean your whole body with them. You can wipe everything. Oh, what the fuck? Shut up. So I said, "Hey, Newbie, there he is. There's my man right there." So he sent me 2 of these things that'll last me like forever, which amazing. Sent me about 80 fucking, no, maybe they're right over there drying. Okay, now, to be honest, the shipping screwed up the cultures because they froze or something, but I saved them because he did a good job. So they had a little bit of water in them, so I had to empty out the water out of all of them. And I've had them drying in front of my flow hood, or the flow hood's not running. It's just sitting there under a towel, and they all lived. So thank you, Newbie One. Those are great. He also sent me this Osmo camera setup for like a gimbal for your phone. I'm still learning all about that. Amazing. You did not have to do that. I appreciate it so much. Anything I don't use, guys, I will be forwarding on to everybody in the community if they need something. I don't have everything down here with me tonight. So he also sent me a stack of 20 new plates to fill, so I got plates to make. A bunch of LCs, a bunch of like 5 brand new syringes. I know I'm forgetting something, Newbie, and I'm sorry. I do appreciate all of it. I've gone through it all, and I've been going one step at a time because I've been busy with work. But yeah, so it's been pretty cool to have that stuff show up. Bunch of grains and stuff are going good. But yeah, Newbie, thank you very much. You didn't have to do all that. A few plates would have been more than plenty. But yeah, so it should be fun to get those things growing. Like I said, I've been letting them just dry out. I dumped all the water out, and I've left them with the lids on, but in front of the flow hood under an ISO soap towel, just letting them vent naturally. Just Yeah, happy. It was amazing. I haven't, the only happy you've done the same for me before. A lot of you guys have, and like I said, I try to give back as much as I can to you guys, when I can. But yeah, I really appreciate that, guys, and yeah. So, anyways, what's everybody doing tonight? Let's get into some comments here and talk. I can show you guys some stuff. Oh, I wanted to show you something. I saw something that was really cool. I was looking at my LCs that I just got sitting here. They look fine, but then all of a sudden I saw this Yeti, and the Yeti is growing up the walls of the jar. It's literally growing all along the jar. The mycelium is intense too. It's like, oh, it might be too bright, but look at that. It's growing up the walls. And then I found my Gee Whiz is doing the same thing, growing up the walls. And then I got this ape doing the same thing. I mean, they're all beautiful LCs, but they're just growing up the walls. I can't understand it. I haven't seen that. I have other cultures that just sit here nice and clean. Nothing much on the walls, just, nice little mycelium growing in there. Jellyfish, as some people call it. But yeah, I got some of these cultures. And then I've been taking my jars, like, of spawn, which are doing great. Working is amazing for your cultures, guys. If you ignore it for like a week, shit grows incredible. So I've been taking jars, and I like, this was inoculated on the 16th. This is an ape. It's kind of a slower strain. I threw a piece of agar in here, and I did that on the 16th, and it's already fully colonized with no shaking, no nothing, because I haven't touched it. This one here, I inoculated on the 26th. I came down here and I just threw a piece of Albert 2 from Happy. I transferred to a small ketchup cup, and then it grew out. So Happy, you can tell the timeline on this because you sent me the Albert 2, and it's already doing this in the grain. And that's just a ketchup cup size piece in there. It's already, look how beautiful that looks. But anyways, I've been taking these jars and putting them into Ziploc bags. And they're colonizing in freaking 2 or 3 weeks. Fully colonized, hard as a rock. I mean, I got so many of them because of working. I don't get to see them. So I got all these freaking bags. I got this. Okay, I got to call it the right thing. P. ocraceocentrata. Whatever. The old peanuts. Ociocentrata. Sorry, there we go. P. ociocentrata. I got that one growing. Nice little culture going there. That one I did on the 19th, so it's not quite as far along, but these Ziploc bags are working out good. Just dump my whole jar into it. If they stall, because what seemed to happen is I didn't have enough headspace on some of them. There wasn't enough air on top. And these syringe filters, I don't think they're exchanging the gases enough to fill the jars. But yeah, so it's things are growing good. So guys, patience is the key. You got to ignore your shit for a couple weeks and you come back to it and everything grows up. Amazing. I bet you some people could do that with their children. No, I'm just kidding. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find something here. Hold on one second, guys. I got to find something. I put it down. Huh. Oh, it's right in front of me. It was right in front of me the whole time. My cigarette. Sorry. Anyways. So, what's everybody doing tonight? It's almost midnight. What do we got? We got 15, 16 more minutes. Let's see. Happy dude, brother. How did that raffle go, Mark? Apologize I couldn't get more involved. I sent it out to a bunch of people, but like I said, I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to hang out on social media. Marky Z over at Z Labs, he's been putting together a raffle or something with a bunch of cultures. Like I said, I'm trying to work on my computer system, so I'll be able to eventually be putting people's names up and stuff just to show off their stuff. But yeah, I'm learning. I'm getting there. Sorry, I haven't really been looking at the comments here. Dark Star. Cool. Dr. Salamander's lab. I haven't seen you before. Nice to meet you, Dr. Salamander. So anyways, yeah, I figured I'd come on, guys, and talk to you tonight just to try to explain what's been going on, because I know I've kind of disappeared all of a sudden. But yeah, I'm still around. I'm still growing. I'm still available. If anybody needs any help, just write me a message, and I'm more than happy to help you out. And again, brunch will be starting back up probably, depending on how tired I am this Sunday, because I'm working straight through till Sunday at this point, because they needed help for the holiday season heavily. So I'll try to get on Sunday morning or Sunday night, one or the other. But yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I want to try to get the brunch going again. I know it's only been a couple weeks that or actually I only missed really 1 week. I did the Saturday night last time and then missed last Sunday completely. Or wait, Oh, that was yesterday. Sorry, I'm like way off schedule here. Yeah, Mark. No, that's a great thing you did. I mean, that was cool. I wanted to help you out more with advertising and stuff. I completely blew it on that one. I didn't even pay that much. I sent it off to a bunch of people on Instagram, and I apologize. I would have loved to have helped you out more there. Next time, we'll definitely help you out. I don't know, Sandy. It's a long drive. I can't drive at night until after I get my eyes fixed in February or March. If they're fixed by then and I can drive at night, I would love to. Um, I have to have surgery on both eyes. I was supposed to have it months ago, and they screwed me over, so I had to get a new doctor, which had no appointments till February. This was back in like July or June. I don't remember the exact. It's been a long time. I've been waiting to get this done. I mean, when I renewed my license in November, they said nope, you can't drive at night anymore. So now it's like can't drive at night, can't do anything like that. So I got to kind of take it easy at driving. So I would love to try to make it out to a mush fest, Sandy. That'd be fun. Yeah, or maybe even I could get a carpool with someone. Maybe I think Big Al lives in Massachusetts, and so does I know Mike lives out here, but I don't think he drives out that way. But there's a few guys out here. There's the people up north in New York. They're out in my general area. They're not that far. Yeah, DM me the details, Sandy. I'll definitely talk to you guys, see what's going on. I mean, I'd love to do it. I guess it depends on work. I mean, the work, I don't know if it's going to last forever. I'm liking the idea of money. I think we all do. Um, yeah, Four Leaf, talk to Sandman or Pops. I mean, they got some information on that. I was talking, oh, Four Leaf, I saw, I talked to Rodman earlier. He was looking for you at Pops, and he was saying hi, looking for you. I don't know if you found him or talked to him. I think I talked to him this morning. I can't. Honestly, guys, the work is blending my days together to the point. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mike. I didn't know if if you had a truck or drove out. I don't know. I have a lot of friends that don't drive, so yeah. Well, you know how it is, Sandy. I just yeah, guys, Sam, man. I thought you were talking on Facebook about you did sandblasting. That's good work. Got to find some of that. But yeah, it's mycology is not a get rich quick scheme, guys. If you're thinking of growing mushrooms to make money, unless you're already a plug for people that need certain types, you're not going to make money on it, especially like we do. We share our information freely. We don't beg you for money. We might, help you out if you have a few bucks. That's great. But, anybody ask me any question of any part of growing process, I will gladly share exactly how to do it yourself without having to buy anything in as cheap as possible. Now, those in the community that have lots of money, feel free to spend it with us. We don't mind. But again, we do this for, you know, kindness, pass it forward, pay it forward, however you want to call it. It's good and healthy for us to pass it forward because a lot of us have recovered or survived due to this community. And that's why we do it. It's a family kind of thing. We get to choose it. We don't have to be forced by whatever life gives us. We can choose who we're nice to and who's nice to us. And honestly, this community is amazing. But yeah, so I got to work to make some money to give you guys more. To be honest, that's what I'm doing it for because I want to do more stuff. But I want to grow more. I want to show more videos. I want to do more honest content of actual things people can do. I mean, honestly, I've been scrolling through YouTube videos trying to find videos that I haven't seen yet. And I'm finally seeing some of the videos. I am so sorry for some of you that go online and have to learn from some of these people. It's amazing the horrible videos that are out there. I literally watched a video today of a guy that said how to make rye berries, and he pulled out a bag of brown rice. Soak your rye berries for 24 hours as he poured brown rice into a bowl. After soaking your brown rice, he finally started saying brown rice, in water to allow the endospores of the brown rice to germinate for 24 hours. Then you're going to want to boil it for 12 minutes. Then sterilize all your utensils, your tools, and your jars with isopropyl alcohol and put the rice in the jars. And then it was horrible. I mean, the advice this guy was getting, he had 47,000 views from 700 followers. How do you get 47,000 people to watch a video made so poorly and so inaccurately false Yeah, what the fuck, Bill? I hate to throw people out there like that, but false information is ruining this for a lot of people. Um, I mean, it was a foreign person doing it. You could tell by the equipment, you could tell by the skin color. It didn't show his face, but you could tell that it was Oriental, Asian. It was like a horribly made AI video that was made over a year ago with 50 or 47,000, 50,000 freaking views. It only had like 600 likes. I'm like, no wonder it only has 600 likes. Nobody fucking liked it. And you can't, and it had the comments turned off. So you know if the comments were on, it was going to be horrible. But I'm finding more and more of these videos of people that are just doing things absolutely horrifically. And it's like, I got a small following. There's 24 people here. I love it. This is the group that I would love to teach anything they want to know to. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, not by no means, but I can tell you that you don't need to clean your jars with isopropyl. You clean new jars with isopropyl alcohol before they go in the pressure cooker to sterilize, because you're sterilizing them. If you sterilize something, it's sterile. It's inert. There's nothing there. Now, if you're sanitizing or pasteurizing, that's different. But sorry, I'm getting excited. I haven't got to talk about mycology for a little while, so it's yeah, just be watching out for what you guys listen to and learn from, because there's too many people willing to give you good information for free, or even if they charge. I mean, I don't mind someone charging for good information if it's what you're looking for, but it should be free. So, anyways, are we almost to New Year? I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna forget when it's midnight. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, so be careful what you're looking for, guys. You can get it for free. Just DM me, message me. I got my email up there. If you ever need anything, just email me. I'll get to you within a day or two at this point. I used to be a lot quicker on everything, but oh, excuse me. But yeah, so I've been slowed down on the internet lately. Let me see what people are saying here. What you saying, Happy? There's nothing wrong with that. You can use an oven to sterilize glass. That worked. You get it up to 250 for 20 minutes to an hour. They're sterile. Um, I mean, there's ways to oven sterilize. I mean, you can 256 degrees Fahrenheit or 129 or 29 Celsius. That's going to sterilize things. We use steam because it's a lot easier and a lot. How do I put that? I don't know which terms to use. We use steam pressure cookers because it's easier. Using an oven, if you're heating something to 250, the moisture is going to evaporate. So you're going to have a dry. So if you're sterilizing glass in an oven, that's more than fine. You put a liquid culture in an oven at 250, it's going to, I don't know what it's going to do. I haven't done that. It's going to do something bad. It's not going to be great. The results aren't going to be that great. I can tell you that much. Or like substrate. If you put substrate in a pan in an oven at 250, it will sterilize it, but it's going to evaporate all the moisture out of it. That's kind of the thing. Moisture is going to evaporate away. You do it with plastic, same thing is going to happen. They're just going to keep expanding. But yeah, you can sterilize things like glassware and stuff like that in the oven. There's no problem doing that. It's just cleaning the glass, though. It's not sterilizing the stuff in the glass. If you put, yeah, you can do that. Happy, I would do it. I've done stupid things too. I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh, I did. I don't know if you guys saw the videos I was making with the new autoclave. That thing is working good. Happy, I took the autoclave and I put it on the. I think I showed that video where I had it on the burner at low, and that thing ran like a champ. Every 10, 15 minutes, it would vent a little bit, like for 10 seconds, it would psst and stop. 15, maybe even 20 minutes later. It was like 3 times over the course of an hour, hour and a half, it vented like that. And that was just on like a number 2, 3 setting on the stove. After what I did is I plugged it in, let it get up to temperature by the electric unit inside the autoclave. And once it got up to steam pressure, vented for 10 minutes, I closed the valve, got it up to 16 or 17 psi, and I pulled the plug on it and just put it on the stove and put it on that number 3 burner real low, and it just sat there quietly running. So that's going to be good if I need to use it on in that situation. But the way I'm going to use it down here in the lab, I don't mind it because it's only going to run for like 30 minutes at a time to sterilize like liquids or agar. So I'm not going to use that for doing grain and stuff because I got the PC, which will be just fine. But I did run 6 bags of birdseed in it, 6 1 pound or 500 gram, whatever that would be, 1.2 pounds, 1.1 pounds. So I did run some 1.1 pound birdseed bags. The thin, I think it's 4T or 3T Chinese brand unicorn type bags. They came out really well. All of them but one. One of them that had a little space on the sides did blow out. It didn't break, but it just the bag expanded more sideways. I don't know, but it worked out great. I mean, so yeah, thank you for that advice, Happy. I'm glad I listened to you when you said that. Because it was made for either on a burner or the electrical plug-in. Because there's no adjustment on the electric; it's either on or off. There's no temperature setting. It's Chinese brand, which is fine. That's what I wanted. I didn't want an all-American. I didn't want $1,000 pressure cooker. I just wanted something, whatever. But yeah, that worked out great. And so the Presto bubblegum, amazing. Thank you. That made my freaking year. And then now backed up with the autoclave, I can do anything I need to do as far as sterilization. And everything I've done in the Presto and in the autoclave has consistently been perfectly clean afterwards. LC, agar, grains. I also ran my substrate, all my core. I've been running it. It's been working absolutely wonderful. Oh, you got an hour still left, Mark. Sorry. Yeah, I'm on East Coast time. We got about 4 minutes. 4 minutes to the New Year here on East Coast. Same as the New York ball. Unless my time's way off. I gotta check the official time. Yeah. Okay, so it's actually 11:56. So we got 4 minutes, guys. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's see. Why don't we do... We'll set an alarm. So in 3 minutes, we'll set the timer. We'll get the timer countdown going just to say Happy New Year for the East Coast. I know you guys out in Cali in the Midwest, it's not New Year's till later, but for me, it's New Year's. So I'm not going to be staying out all night, maybe another half hour or so, unless there's a lot of questions. I have no problem. I can stay up answering questions. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, I just wanted to thank everybody for a great year. This was my officially full first year. I started a little bit before last year started, but this full year of been online, Instagram, YouTube. It's been 1 year, and I appreciate everything you guys have all been around for and helped me with. Shout out to Ed Grand. I've learned so much from Ed Grand. Shout out to Justin, Wayne, Myco, Happy, Mark, Pops, all you people in the chat. All you guys, you know who you are. Just a lot of you guys have been around for the whole year in my life, and I really appreciate that. And yeah, but yeah, I hope we have another good year. I think this is gonna be the year of... I'm gonna reset in the next couple months. I'm gonna go back to spore on everything. I got stuff growing now. All this mycelium is gonna grow, and then after this, I'm going back to spore. Just for the heck of it. I'm gonna be moving things around in this corner of the lab. I'm gonna move the flow hood kitty corner so I can move a shelf over and set up the computer better. So I can have the scope next to the flow hood, so I can cut my cultures, put it on the scope, and then have the screen all in one direction instead of going from room to room on that stuff, because I really don't need all the shelving in here right now because I have my incubator out there, my tent, and everything is working out better now. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Four Leaf. Buddy's upstairs. My dad's been bringing him to pick me up when he comes to pick me up at night, and Buddy's been having some rides in the truck. He's been enjoying that. But yeah. Okay, guys, we have a minute left. Yay. Okay, enough of that noise. So yeah, it's almost New Year's, guys. Everybody, I hope everybody's safe tonight. Stay home, don't drink, don't do drugs, just be safe. It's amateur night. Don't forget that. Tonight is the night, pretty much one of the worst besides the day before Thanksgiving, when all the idiots are driving. Do not drive if you don't have to. Go to bed, fall asleep on someone's couch. If you're drinking, just don't drive. Just stay home. I don't want to hear any of you getting hurt tonight. But anyways, let's see. It's almost New Year's, isn't it? Oh yeah, it is 4 o'clock. I don't have a countdown timer, guys. Sorry, but anyways. So we got about 30 seconds left, give or take. Yeah, don't go out, go in. Absolutely, guys. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, USA Vapes, Wholesale USA. Yep, very good. Yep, absolutely. Happy New Year, guys. It's 12 o'clock. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. Hopefully, we'll have a nice 4 years and another good year this year. So, hopefully, everything gets better. Well, yeah, Happy New Year, Happy. Happy New Year, Donnie. Happy New Year, Mark. Happy New Year, PF Funk. Newbie One. Happy New Year, Billy D. Happy New Year. Let's see if I can get everybody up on the screen here and saying Happy New Year. Let's see what we got. Boom. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Independent. Happy New Year. Four Leaf. Happy New Year. Billy D. Marky Lee. Newbie One. Steve, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. You know what? You guys have all been good friends this year, and I hope to have another good year of friendship with you guys. Again, I'm going to be trying to do as much as I can for the community this year, as far as educating and trying to share any knowledge I might have that you guys want. Hopefully, I'm helping you guys. Congratulations, Four Leaf. Yeah, I got my 4 year clean in October 28th. So yeah, going into another year, I got down to 7 milligrams of methadone, so I should be off that within the next 6 weeks. I'm just going down 2 milligrams a week or every 2 weeks for a while now. I've just kind of been coming off of it slowly, just because I never had a issue with it. So I just did their program exactly as they said, and it worked. It's funny how staying clean helps become sober. It's amazing. If you don't use drugs, you actually work recovery. It works. They the clinic I go to, they everybody there's always relapsing. So it's funny that I go in there. I've been going there since October. Well, actually, I was in the hospital from October 28th to January something, or the end of December 28th. And when I got out, I started going to the methadone clinic, and that was in 2020. Yeah, 2020. No, 2021, because it'll be 20. It'll be 5 years next year. I don't know. It was 4 years ago in October. So, anyways, I started going in December, and I didn't use. And I took the test, and I took the drug. I took the methadone, the medicine, every month or every day. I went in for almost a year every day. And I got take homes, and I went in every 3 days, and I went in every 2 weeks. And so I've been getting take home. They want to give me 30 days. I said no, thank you. But yeah, and now it's just a habit. I pick up my medicine, and like maybe about 8 months ago, I said, I'm done with this. I don't need it anymore. They said, okay, just taper off, and we'll get you down as quick as we can. It's been 6-7 months, but I went from 150 down, and I'd get 7 milligrams down. I don't even notice it. It's yeah, no, I was into pain pills and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like alcohol, you could use the antabuse or different things like that for alcohol, which you have to wean off as well, which people have to. I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying that it's the same thing. You use medical treatment. I did it because I have back issues, and it was actually helping my pain. But now I'm at the point where the pain is there no matter what. So what's the point of taking the medicine? So yeah, so I'm down to 7. I don't even want to take it anymore. I forget. I get like 24 to 36 hours. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot to take it. So it's not even affecting me, I don't think, anymore. After I get my next refill next week, I think I'm going to measure it all out and start weaning myself down quicker. And if I finish before their program, I'll just finish on my own, because I know how to measure units and stuff like that. So I can go from 7 to 3 to, I can go down a lot quicker than they're making me go down 2 milligrams every 2 weeks. Could take a long time. It could take another 6 weeks. I think I could come off a lot quicker, especially under 10 milligrams. They say once you hit 10, it's cake. Let's see what's going on here, guys. So, oh, thanks, Abby. Oh shit! What the fuck am I doing? Dark artist. Happy New Year, everybody! And congrats on all. Oh, congratulations! Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I quit because it stopped working. Do you do any meditation yoga? Not yet. No. I'm concentrating on getting my physical health in order. My diabetes is under control. My weight's coming down. My blood sugar. I'm on this new diabetes medication, Monjaro, some weird name, but it's actually working, and it's not giving me the stomach issues that like Trulicity and Ozempic and those gave me. Those gave me stomach pain and gas 24/7. I was like a walking fart. It was horrible. So I stopped taking all diabetic medication for almost a year. And honestly, I had in March, I had a surgery for my stomach because I had a lap band done 20 years ago, and they finally removed it. And I've actually been healthier after it's been removed because I can actually eat healthier foods. And my blood sugar went from 14.5 plus. They actually went beyond the scale at my blood sugar A1C level, and now it's around 7.2. And then they started this Monjero or something like that, and they said that should bring it down 2 points. So it'll come down under 7, down to 5. So at that point, my blood sugar is normal. And then once I get down to a normal weight, I've gone from 310 to 265 right now. So I've lost almost 40 pounds in the past 3 months. So that's good. And once I get down to 225, I'll be happy. I'm not upset about being heavy. I've always been heavy. But no, no meditation, no yoga. I'd love to be flexible. But yeah, so eventually someday I'll probably get into something like that. I don't actually even take mushies that much. Yeah, like maybe actually I haven't taken them in what is it? Oh, what is it? It's January. Probably since October. I mean, I took a couple of small doses. No, it's probably the end of October, maybe November. I'm due. I'll probably do a decent dose, probably in a couple weeks, or probably next Sunday, maybe Sunday or Thursday. I could do 5 or 6 grams, just a decent like a reset dose, maybe 3.5. That should be plenty. But yeah, no, I don't even do them that often. I do like a decent dose once every few months. I don't microdose that much. I used to, but I don't need it anymore. I've the hobby actually is more of a healing thing for me than anything else. Growing mushrooms and talking to you guys, that's actually more for me than anything that the substance can provide at this point. When I first started growing, I grew to have something different and try to help my mother, but that didn't work out. That was where the original idea of mushrooms came from, was trying to help my mother. Um, and that didn't, she passed away, so that didn't actually come to fruition. But the needle there, the hook was in, I was hooked. So it helped me. I've been clean longer than I've been dealing with mushrooms. So it didn't really affect my sobriety, but it did affect my mental health. And that's including the hobby, not just the mushrooms. But yeah, so that was a interesting experience. Oh, wanted to shout out Stealthy Spores. Where are you at? Stealthy. I don't think you're gonna be here tonight because you're probably busy. But let's see where are we at. I want to put this up on the screen here because Stealthy. I ordered some of my cards from Stealthy because I don't know if anybody noticed, but Stealthy Spores has a playing card game and there's a MycoAlan card. So I hit him up to get a couple cards for myself. Well, like I just said, I just started working. So what I did is I got on the website and I checked it out and I ordered. He only had I think 3 or 4 of the MycoAlan cards in stock singles. So I ordered those and I ordered a handful of other, like 3 or 4 other people that I just wanted to have cards of. Well, Stealthy, thank you very much. He hooked me up. He sent me a deck. He sent me a bunch of singles of other people and all kinds of great people that are in the community. Much appreciated, Stealthy. Thank you guys. If you guys want to check out the Stealthy Spores website, I put it up on the screen. They have the playing cards for mycology. It's got all the big guys and me. I'm not a big guy, but you know what? I'm there. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, he hooked me up. So check him out, guys. Support him. He's a great company, great innovator. He's good to the community, and he's one of us. He's not. He doesn't look down on just the new guys either. You know, he never once. You know, I didn't expect it. All of a sudden, he gave me a shout out. Like, hey, would you like to be a cultivator card? I was like, yeah, I'd love it. I mean, I was honored. Thank you, Stealthy. That was awesome. I got the package. I appreciate it. I just meant to say that weeks ago or week and a half ago after I got them, but like I said, I've been busy. But yeah, check them out, guys, if you're interested. I want to try to get a few people that I know together with some decks and play a game once in a while online live, see if we can do it. I still have to learn how to play. I didn't really look through all the cards yet because they're so new. I looked at all the individual ones, but I didn't open the deck because I'm not ready to open them. I think they're too special to be new. So I just left them all together in a nice little stack on my shelf. Happy I got your package as well. Thank you. I can't wait to try growing some of that Amanita muscaria LC so I can spray it. I'm going to make a gallon of that and spray it in the woods next to my house on all the pine trees, see if it'll grow. All the swabs you sent me, Happy. Thank you very much. That's awesome. I love them. I'm gonna go through them all again. Like you guys know I've been busy, but yeah. So, anyways, check that out, guys. If you're interested, Stealthy Spores. Check out at Grant Spore Swaps if you need some spores because he's got some of the best ones around. A lot of the stuff you see right here growing was from him. This ape redo was a dichotomous keys thing that he got spores sent to Ed Grant. Ed Grant made spore swabs from the culture. Now, as you know, ape or albino penis envy ape is an albino, so these were albino spores. The swab looked white, but these grew out amazing. This is a T0 culture. It's even the tat. He sent me regular tat, still growing awesome. All these things came out great from spores from Dr. Ed. Check him out, guys. Yeah. Anyways, has any questions, please throw them up there. Anything on growing, anything on me, anything on the community that I know about, be happy to help you out. Let's see if I can find anything else I wanted to shout out. JW Owen, hey, I just saw you there. Thanks, Mike. I didn't see him either. Let's throw a different banner up here for a minute. Let's throw. Here we go. We'll throw a Dr. Ed. There we go. Check out that Spore Swaps right there. Dr. Ed Spore Shop at sporeswaps.com. And the good thing about his Spore Swaps is if you go on the Spore Swaps website, Dr. Ed Spore Shop, and you want to see what something is, you click on his, it shows just a swab. Click on it, and then underneath the picture, you'll see 3 little pictures. Some are less or more, but there's actual pictures of the fruit. So you know what you're looking at too. So check that out. It's actually really nice. That's where I pick my, my spore swabs from. And also, if you want to support MycoAlan Mycology, you can check me out at my Ko-Fi. You can buy me a coffee link. I don't care, guys. If you want to, you go ahead. I appreciate the people that have. We have made a little dent in the monthly goal, but yeah. JJ Myco, I apologize. No, I don't have any. I haven't grown any subtropicalis. Check out Pheno Dreams. He's got some advice on Pheno Dreamers, and I think Mycophilia has some stuff on him, but I don't know what he calls his stuff different things on YouTube. I don't know what names he's using for that. It might be he has weird names for stuff. He doesn't call things by their names because of the filters on his YouTube or for being monetized. I guess maybe you can't say certain things. I'm in the free speech area of life. I believe things should be just said as they're said. I'm not promoting anything or selling anything. So I honestly know. I'm sorry, JJ Michael. I don't know much about Subtropicalis. I can do some research and get back to you if you like. I know I believe it's a high humidity, high FAE species. I'm not sure if it's casing species, like where you need a non-nutritive casing or not. I know more about Pancyan or stuff like that, but no. Fungus frequency. Oh, hey, what's up, Fungus frequency? Hey, Rodman, what's up? It's okay. I know fungus. I know fungus frequency. Actually, I got some of his stuff growing here too. I got a lot of his my moon dance. That's from him. I got a bunch. Yeah, I have to actually look through them all to see what I have. But yeah, I got a bunch of them from fungus frequency too. Got those a while back. I got like 8 plates from him. Maybe I got spore swaps. I don't know. I got spore swaps from I think either him or Pheno Dreams. I got a lot of stuff over the years. Yeah, exactly. So many names of species. I can't remember them all. I want to get back to more of like having 10 cubes growing and then making my crosses because I'm more into crossing things. I get like, I don't know if I have one here. Yeah, like this one. This is, Ed sent me this. This is McKenna times Tap. So Tap Black Cap, right? Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm growing this so I can breed this with something else, or like the P. Ochia centrata peanuts, the old peanuts or whatever you want to call them. They're called P. Ociocentrata now. I crossed this with a few different strains just because they were supposed to be special. we're not going to get into gnats. Oh, I did see one thing about natalensis that I saw that I thought was quite interesting just before I started this. If you guys are going to be looking for natalensis, I hear Yoshi's the only one that's got the original new gnats, and he's the only one that's fruited them. So if you're buying them, looking to fruit them, make sure you're capable of fruiting what you're buying. Don't just buy them because they're new and everybody wants them, because they're going to be plenty available eventually. The reason they're limited right now is because nobody's fruiting them. They got a limited amount of spores because only one person has fruited them. So if you only make 3 or 4 mushrooms, it's going to be a limited supply. So just be careful with what people are selling, guys. I don't know who's got what, but do your research. Don't just buy anything everybody says as being this new natalensis strain from Africa versus the Osteocentrata, the old natalensis that everybody thought was natalensis, because there's already people selling lots of the new natalensis spores for a lot of money. Whatever they are, but do your research, because all the stuff you've heard about P. natalensis being good for depression, being different alkaloids, that's all the Osteocentrata now. It's not the new P. nats. The new P. natalensis has not been alkaline tested and all that stuff for strength and all that stuff. So the new stuff is not the old stuff. The old stuff is what the things Myco mamas have been selling and been breeding and growing for a long time with the alkaloids and everything that everybody wants. So the peanuts are now called Osteocentrata, and there's a new peanut. So basically, peanuts are new. It's too confusing. Anyways, well, no, actually, Donnie, there are other people selling the spores now. You can get them from other people. Donnie, there it is. There it is. Yeah, there is other people selling them. Good person. I don't doubt the spores 100%. They're real spores. I know the person selling them, and he's a great person. I've actually shouted him out before. He has a whole thing of like 10 different spores that you get, like 10 plates. You get a whole shitload of stuff. It's legit. But I don't know if he's fruited them yet. I literally just saw the post on Facebook before I came down here. I did not do any research. So I'm just saying this. Yoshi has them, and I think Pheno Dreams has them. Now, they have the actual spores, but I don't know who anybody else but Yoshi that's fruited them. He might have. I don't know. Let me put that out there. I don't know. But as far as I know, those are the only 2 people I know that have the spores to sell. Don't know who's fruited them. I know Yoshi's fruited them, but I don't know if anybody else has. So just be careful. That's all I'm saying, guys. Don't get suckered in and spend a bunch of money on something that's supposed to be new with all these great benefits and everything, because the new one is not tested. It is something different, but it's not been tested. It's not the way everybody says gnats are stronger and gentler and better for your mental health. Those are Osteocentrata. Those are these. Those are stuff everybody already has, and these can breed with cubes and all that stuff. The new ones, they don't think can breed with cubes yet. Whatever. I don't care about that. I just care about one thing and whatever. So anyways, let's see. I think I missed a couple questions here. Where was that? Okay, fungus freeze his head. Let's see. What are you saying here, Owen? What's a strain that consistently produces rather large fruits? Meaning like tall and thick, or like squatty and thick? There's lots of different ones. I like Yeti. I like I don't know. I cross so many things. I don't really know what original stuff looks like anymore. Anything you honestly, if you're interested in just growing one strain, just look at pictures and just get a liquid culture of that strain that you like, and just stick with that and grow it until you get it to the way you like it. If you're interested in having fun and finding something, then go to Spore, grow it out, pheno hunt, find a nice looking fruit that you like from that species or variety or whatever you want to call it, and then take the spores from that one or clone it, or there's so much more you can do. Rather, anyone you get spores from or liquid cultures from, you don't know what you're going to get, because you're not going to necessarily be growing in the exact same environment they grew it in. someone could have monster fruits and you could get little tiny pins and little tiny fruits. A lot of it has to do with environmental. So many different things that can affect that, JW. But yeah, I mean, garlic knots, those are cool. Yeah. Ovoids, I don't know. Yeah, Robin, I got some ovoid. I got a plate of ovoid somewhere over here, Rodman. Let's see. I'm trying to, Pansans are let's go, JJ Myco. Let's see. Check it out. I'm trying to roast something. Pansans, you need to have manure in your substrate for pansans. You don't need to. It's easiest. You could use straw and a few other things, but just get some composted horse manure from Midwest Grow. You could just add that in some CBG and you're done. You don't have to worry about anything else. And then just get some Jiffy Mix to case it with when after the myceliates, after it's covered. Yeah, that's exactly it, Donnie. Yeah, Ryoshi was the only one. Yeah, I don't really grow any of the exotics. I've grown pancyans. I've grown ovoids on grain. I haven't grown them out to fruit yet because I wanted to see them make truffles. So I haven't gone to fruiting yet. See, in the chat. I don't know. Belly day. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat, guys. But yeah. So just be careful when you're buying stuff, guys. Try to get it from a reputable person that does a good job making their swabs or making their cultures and LCs. You got to test LCs on agar if you don't trust the person. I've literally gotten LCs from people that have been absolutely beautiful and looked horrible. I've gotten stuff that's looked beautiful and been horrible. I mean, I literally have bags of LCs here that are just LC after LC that I've made. Syringe after syringe. I got, and these are all perfectly fine cultures. I got bags of them here, and they're going to be good in their bag for 6 months. I mean, they're not going to hurt anything. But what the hell was I talking about? I'm getting a little confused. Yeah, the spores. Just careful who you're buying from. Just do some research first, because there's a lot of us that know what's going on that don't say much, just because we don't want to have the arguments. There's some vindictive people that don't like to hear opposing opinions on things. And they'll start screwing with your channels. And you guys all know that even some of the nicest people get their channels screwed with. So we got to, I'm not tearing anybody apart. I'm just saying be careful where you buy it. I only know of those two people right now that have the new spores. From what I've been hearing on social media, it might, and I trust both of them enough to know that they have it and they're not lying. But yeah. Yeah, Nani, yeah, exactly. I didn't even know the second person had it until a little while ago. But if he says he has it, I believe him because I've bought stuff from him and it's been great. I don't see why he would lie. He's got too much of a positive following, I guess, or good guy. I mean, both of them, Yoshi and him, they both trying to do good things. I mean, I don't know about any of the technical sides of the stuff. I'm just saying who's got this supposed strains or spores. So, good night, Owen. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Rodman, let's see. I'd say at least a year. I don't have anything that old. I have these are back from September, and I just have them sitting on my shelf. Well, these are beautiful, and these like I was showing earlier, these are growing up the walls of the jar. I mean, these have been refrigerated. These have been out. These have been in and out. Like this one here, it's growing up the walls of the jar, and this one here is perfectly healthy. I grow this one all the time, or I've fruited this one a couple times. I shouldn't say all the time, but it turns into that in like a week, maybe 10 days if I shoot a little bit of that in here. Yeah, I don't really use LC that much because I like agar. So what I do is I just make plates and cups and everything. Just like, right now I'm using ketchup cups because I'm, like I said, broke, but I also, plates. I use plates. I got these little tiny, these are awesome. I gotta show you guys. I've showed them before, but these are little 35 millimeter plates. They're like the size of a quarter, but they myceliate really quickly. So you could take a plate, this is Shacktai Mutant, and it's fully colonized. Now I could take this little 35 millimeter plate, drop it in a jar of LC or in a jar of grain, and it looks like that in 4 days. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, there's so many things you could do. Just it can last. Let's see, Mike over at Mushroom Mesa just had a LC. He found out a storage that was 5 years old, chicken in the woods or whatever, something chicken. I was literally watching his video again right before I came on. I caught up with all my messages, and yeah, Mike made over at Mushroom Mesa, 5-year-old liquid culture that was just at room temperature in a storage bin. He pulled it out, it colonized the plate perfectly, colonizing grain. Check out his video. He's up Mountain Mesa or Mushroom Mesa. Mike, good guy. Yeah, he's actually posting a ton of videos. He's into gourmet, so it's not gonna translate exactly over to everything that we do. But yeah, I mean, if you throw, in a fridge sealed, like if you took this jar and put it in the fridge, make sure no water was dripping on the injection port lid, wrap aluminum foil over this, put a rubber band around it, and put that in the fridge and didn't move it, it would last a year. A syringe, like a syringe, there's no air in the syringe, so the syringe is going to go anaerobic a lot quicker. Where dormant, kind of, as long as you're not moving it or shaking it. Mesa, M-A-S-A, Mushroom Mesa. I don't have his link on here. I would show you guys. Just if you're searching mushrooms, you'll find him if you watch mushroom videos. No, JJ Myco. I looked into tissue culture, and honestly, I don't have the space. I wanted to do it because I grow marijuana, I grow other things, but I just don't have the space to do it. And the video I watched said how to buy, like how to create a cheap do-it-yourself lab for tissue culture, and it like started at like $1,000 for the equipment. There you go, MESA. Thank you, Steve. But yeah, I looked into it, and I don't mind the technical side of it, but I don't have enough time on my plate to do that. I have goals. When the day comes that I'm moving out of this location, I have I don't know, kind of like a goal. It's a not a community of my own. Just have a few friends that want to get together and have like a homestead type thing, but not in the woods. Just like a couple decent little building, like outbuildings or metal buildings with houses. I don't know. I get into it. Some people have heard me talk about it, but yeah. Yeah, Rodman. It's just a little video he did on. He did a bunch of. He's a good guy. Just watch his videos. He's got a cowboy hat, long hair, funky looking. He's a cool dude. He's like one of us. He's just a normal guy. I don't think he does much cubes or anything. I think he just does gourmet farming. He does a lot of nice lion's mane. That's what I want to get from him. He has a I don't know what he called it, a snaggletooth or a boar head or some Horacium that I want from him. He does contests too. He does one once a month or something like that. I've been watching him for a while now. He's been on the Sunday brunch. He stopped in a couple Sundays, said hi. Nice guy. He has some cool videos. But he made a candy cane LC where he put I forget how many grams of candy. He took a candy cane, it was like 5 grams of candy cane, 500 milliliters of water, and he made candy cane LC. Azul Mesa. Are you Mike? You're not Mike, are you? Because I've seen this name a couple times, Azul. I followed you back or I subscribed back. I don't know if this is like a sub. Are you a subset of Mike's on Mushroom Mesa? Is that are we talking to the same person here? I don't know. But I saw you followed or subscribed, so I subscribed back, but I didn't know if you were the same person or if you're a different person. But yeah, that's basically what I got. Is I got a flow hood over here. Let me see if I can show you real quick. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but I got my flow hood right here. It's actually covered with plates and stuff right now. But I'm going to be putting that like right where my computer monitor is here. So it's going to be kitty cornered looking at me like the camera is. So what I'm going to do, if I don't fuck up the camera for tonight or for this. So I'm going to turn my Flowwood kitty corner so I can put the shelf that this whole computer system's on that you're looking at me in over there next to my American flag set up. Let me fix this camera. There we go. And what that's going to allow me to do is put a table on each side of it for microscope and a pressure cooker. Actually, I could have the pressure cooker on one side and just have it on, move it in dehydrator. I don't care. It's in the other room. Oh, okay, you're not the same Mesa. Okay, but I honestly, I saw the name and I thought maybe Mike had a pseudonym, just a secondary, like maybe he's gonna start going philosophy in a different name. I didn't know, but that's okay. You're welcome to be here too. I like you guys all, so I like all you guys. But yeah, I tried to get in touch with him through one of his. I should just get his email and just talk to him because I sent him a comment that I wanted to talk to him about getting one of his lion's mane cultures. I'd have a hard time getting lion's mane to grow on grain. I think it's my own issue. I don't know why. I just can't seem to get lion's mane to grow out. I got some on grain, but I don't know if it's going to work. I got some liquid culture here somewhere too. I made. Oh. No, that's ODPE. It's around here somewhere. I got lion's mane. It looks good. Huh. I must have it somewhere else. I don't know where I put it. Oh, it was over here. No, that's Nutcracker. Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, see, I was floating up there. I wonder why they float so funny sometimes. Grow that one out. Then I got some really dark LCs. This is GT. It's actually beautiful. It's hard to see. I don't know if I can get light to go through it, but actually got a ton of mycelium in there. But it's made with sorghum instead of light malt extract or corn sugar. So the sorghum is a really dark syrup, but it's only 4%. I mean, it's not like sugar. It's really light amount, but it got really, really dark in the PC. But it still grows just fine. Doesn't matter what color it is. No, I haven't gotten into it. I got some fuel pellets once, and they were horribly contaminated from wherever I bought them. Because come to find out, the Tractor Supply I bought them from, also come to find out, all my whole oats that I've had problems with for the past year and a half that I keep trying and I keep having problems with, they're finally all gone. Come to find out, the Tractor Supply House had a leaky water pipe about a week before I bought my hardwood fuel pellets and my whole oats, and it soaked the whole grain section of the back room. And then they went out and sold all of the stuff. So I think that's where I've had issues with all my whole oats over the past year and a half and the fuel pellets, because I'm to find out, and I just found this out like a month or two ago. I mean, when I went to look for some rye berries or wheat berries, I checked Tractor Supply and I said, "Oh no, we haven't had any of those since the flood last year." I said, "The flood?" They said, "Yeah," and they told me it was a certain time of year or whatever month. They said they flooded and they haven't repurchased because they're having a hard time selling it. So basically, I had bought or some of the bags that got flooded in their supply room, and I never knew it. So I had hardwood fuel pellets. I knew they weren't right because they were not hard little pellets like pills. They were like kind of getting soft. So I think they all got contaminated. So maybe I'll eventually try something else like an alder pellet or something. But yeah, that's definitely one of my issues I've had with that. And also, it seems like every time I try to grow lion's mane, I do grow it on whole oat. I'll have to try it on birdseed. Might work really good because the birdseed I got is working freaking phenomenal. I've never had this much luck with a single grain with the least amount of effort to prepare it. Literally, I went to Walmart. I got wild birdseed with the red cardinal on it. It has Milo, millet. I think it's got rye berries, sunflowers, and literally you just rinse it. I strain mine through a 1/4-inch strainer first to get rid of all the bird seeds I can. Otherwise, there's just too many, and because I throw them out for the birds, and if they get wet, birds don't eat them the same. So I strain them through a 1/4-inch like classifier, like one of those mesh screens, like 1/4-inch holes in them. So I screen it through that, and it gets about half the sunflower seeds out. Put them in water, soak them. As I'm soaking them in water, I wash them off, put my hand in, rinse them around. The sunflower seeds pull it to the top. I pour all of them off, and then after I get all the sunflower seeds off, which takes a few rinses, I take that pot and I'm using hot water while I get the sunflower seeds off, and I take the pot, I put it on the stove, I bring it to a rolling boil, let it boil for 5 minutes, dump all of it out after 5 minutes. After you dump it all out, rinse off the grain as much as you want, refill the pot with water and all your birdseed, put it back on the stove. I add in about a half a tablespoon to a tablespoon of calcium carbonate. Boom, just throw it in, mix it all up. The water turns white because it's usually pretty clear at this point. Bring it to a rolling boil. 5 to 7 minutes later, it's done. Pour it off, let it dry for a minute or two in the colander, jar it up, pressure cook it. That's it. Perfect conditions every time. Comes out absolutely beautiful. You can see it's all colonizing. I have no issues with this whatsoever. It works absolutely beautiful. And that's the best I've ever had birdseed work in my life. So it's 2 5-minute boils. Well, you clean it under running water to get rid of the bird seeds, but that's not really doing anything. That takes 5 minutes to do. Bring it to a boil, 5 minutes during that boil, rinse it off. That gets all your dirt, all your chemicals, anything they might have added to it off right away. Boom, you just boiled off all the crap. Then you're rinsing it, putting it back in your pan, and bringing it to another boil for 5 to 10 minutes. Feel a couple of the grains. If they start getting soft, stop. Basically, what I do is I take the rye berries that are mixed in with the bird seed, and I squeeze one. If it's finally soft, it's pretty much done. I get it ready to rinse, pour it off. It's 5 to 10 minutes, somewhere in 5 to 10 minute range. Usually, the alarm's beeping, I'm rinsing, everything's going. It's easy, and then literally put it in the colander, let it drain off. I don't let it dry out on the table or nothing. And then after it's in the colander for a minute, I make sure there's no water dripping out of it. I pour it into a tub like this, just like, like a 12 quart or a 24 quart, just sterilite, something, just pour it in just so that it can be scooped into the jars easier. And then it sits there for a few minutes and I stir it to make sure there's no water at the bottom, because sometimes if you don't strain it properly, there might be water in the corner. But even if there is, I just kind of move it around. I don't do anything else. And then the steam evaporates for 3 to 5 minutes. There's no time. It's just I'm getting my stuff together to put it in jars. And literally I fill these jars about maybe that full, and they expand another ½ inch. Yeah, it's best freaking grain I've used so far. I can't wait to see how it's fruiting. I got several of those buckets in there ready to go. I got pins coming out of a couple of those buckets I made. The little Easter buckets I showed you guys last week. The thick halo crossed with GT has got little brown pins coming up. So I either got a good cross or I got a GT growing, but their pins are really fat, so I don't think it's a GT, to be honest. I think I got a good cross. So we'll see. There's just a few around the edge. What I did is I also threw a pure cocoa casing over all my buckets. I never cased them. I just did a mixture and put them in. And I didn't want the surfaces drying out because I was waiting on a new humidifier control for my tent. And now I have it, so I'm not really worried about it. But I just basically put a pure cocoa. I had some cocoa left over. I hydrated it. I pressure cooked it. It was completely sterile. It's inert. There's no nutritional value there whatsoever. And I just put a little bit of a casing on all the little buckets just to hold the moisture, because it was a little bit over field capacity. I want nice moisture. Yeah, I'll grab one. Hold on one second. Shelf on that. Okay, here we go. So anyways, these are the buckets I'm talking about. And then they had nice mycelium growing, so I just covered them all with a nice thin layer of cocoa just on top. It's maybe a 1/4 inch thick. There's still a little bit of white popping up over here. But yeah, so just a thin casing layer. My tent's off for the night, so I'm not going to turn it on to get light in there to oh, not good. Okay, I guess we are going to look. Hold on, guys. Okay. Well, I kind of dropped it, but looks good. Anyways, so we'll fix that after. humidity coming out. Oh God, I should have never fucked around with that. Anyway, so there we go. Anyways, let's see, Mesmofo. Yes, I had calcium carbonate. Yeah, calcium carbonate. Instead of gypsum, I use calcium carbonate. It's it brings the pH up a little bit, alkaline, and seems to work great. I've had a few people mention it in different videos, and that's where I found it from. Actually, it was man and woman, husband and wife. I don't remember the channel. It was a random video that I saw, and they were adding calcium carbonate and having great results. And ever since I started using it, it's been perfectly fine. Yeah, I love it. Works better than like baking soda or anything to bring the pH up. I use a little like teaspoon per 4 liters of grain. No, not 4 liters. 3,000 volumetric milliliters or 3 quarts of birdseed. I use about a tablespoon in water. And then I drain it off after too. So it boils with the calcium carbonate in the final boil. Then I drain it, and then so I don't have like a heavy amount in there. But yeah, works good. Yes, Donnie, I do. I use the grab and drag, grabbing monos, crossing monos, diamond buller effect, buller phenom, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, my mind's not perfect tonight. That's a little different, Massimo. I'll get to you in a second. But yeah, Donnie, I pull monos off grab and drags. The Ed Grand technique there works great. I have not tried serial dilution or any of that, but I am planning when I get my new microscope. I'm planning on doing a couple experiments with some not serial dilutions, but diluted spores of like taking albino spore syringe or spores syringe or spore swab and like a regular spore swab, like a brown spore, 2 different colors, an albino clear spore and a brown spore. And I want to try to dilute them into some liquid and look at them under the microscope next to each other and see if maybe I can I just want to play with spores a lot more. But yeah, I do breed different mushrooms. Like I have several in the tent behind me that are just daimon in a bag, daimon on a plate, put into grain. Yeah, I can do any of those different techniques. It's not a problem. Yeah, I do. I prefer just taking a spore swab, doing a grab and drag, pulling monos, separating them, checking them under the scope for clamps. If they don't have clamps, then I make spawn. Like believe it or not, this is a mono LC of thick halo that I got from Ed Grand. So it's a mono. I pulled it. I made the LC on 12.8, and this is actually pretty thick. It's just again, it's the dark sorghum syrup LC mixture, but it's beautiful in there. That's all mono haploid, mono carrion LC. So I can mix that with absolutely anything I want, pretty much. Yeah, I'm actually ordering a new scope soon. I have 2 other ones that don't work for shit. I bought used ones. Don't ever do it. If you're gonna buy one, just buy what you want and deal with the price later. But yeah, I bought 2 used ones I bought a used one and got another used one free from a giveaway. Someone just gave it away at like a swap meet. Yeah, I'm getting one of the trinocular ones where it has the 2 front ocules and the top mount for the camera because my eyes suck, so I need to have a camera, and I have the camera already, and I don't like it when it's on one of the lenses or if it's on the main lens or if it's on the binocular lens because you can't look at the other one that well. So I'm getting I'm either going to get the AM scope D130, which is a dual. It has one ocular in front and one on top. Or I'm going to get the Viver triocular, which has the 2-in-1. I like the Viver. Justin Noosh was showing some videos on that. I really like his scope. So I'm thinking of getting that one. I want to have the mechanical stage because the one I have doesn't have a mechanical stage. So you got to move the plate around, little, or the plate. Slide. You got to move the slide around nice and easy. And my hands don't work that well. Anyways, so yeah, I got to get some better equipment. But that was why I got a part-time job. So I can do that. So yeah, it's going to get a lot more interesting. I plan on doing a lot more crossing, and my goal is to do crossing and T0 crosses and pheno hunts and all that kind of cool stuff after I fruit stuff out. I have this problem. I have to fruit everything I do before I sell it or give it away. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Let me get back to the questions here. Let's see. Okay, let's see how close. Yeah, I'd love to be able to do that for people too, Rodman. I'm currently using a phone. Yeah, I tried to do the phone mount too. I don't have luck because I have an old iPhone 6S. I don't have the best equipment on stuff, to be honest. I just up until this job, I didn't have money to do any of that. Everything I've done has been basically do it yourself. The newest thing I've bought in all of my equipment has been my filter for my flow hood, and that was as inexpensive as I could get it. It's a 2x2, 12-inch deep filter. Works great, but I built everything else around it from parts that I've salvaged. Besides the filter, the only other big expenses I've had has been like consumables, plates, core, stuff like that. But let's see. Honestly, Azul Mesa, I got it off Amazon. It's the blue square one, the big square that you mount. It's got HDMI and it's got a USB thing to go to the computer. It was not no brand. But Amscope makes a decent like 7-inch camera with monitor that you mount on one. That one's like almost $200 though. I spent 130 on mine. Oh yeah, I did buy that, but that was like when I first got the microscope, so I'm not counting that as stuff. That was kind of a T120. Oh yeah, no, that Jason, that's beautiful. I would love to spend $399 on that sucker. I mean, I think it's actually more than that, but I'm looking at like $170 for my triocular from Viver. And from what I saw from Justin's post, it's beautiful. Looks like it's going to work out perfect. But yeah, that T1, that triocular from Emsco is beautiful. Absolutely. Get it if you can afford it. I mean, yeah. Wow. Fine tune. Yeah, I'm getting a mechanical stage. I don't know enough about any of that stuff. I know that way back when Ed was doing podcasts with Dichotomous and Patrick had a computerized stage that is his actually microscope computer program he wrote searched for clamps for him, which might take some of the fun out of it, but I'd rather learn how to do it myself than have him try to teach a computer how to do it. Yeah, that's a beautiful scope, Jason. I don't know if that's the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking the first triocular I saw from Amscope was like $400, and the B120 would be all I would technically need from Amscope. But because I want the top mount Oculus or whatever you call it, the dual ocular, triple ocular, whatever. So it has the top mount for the camera. The price changes and everything changes once you want something extra. But yeah, so yeah, it was kind of cool. I like the different ones. I've seen them all. I'll leave them alone. Leave them alone. Be if they want to talk about each other's popsicles, let them. Ow. What was this? Oh, I got a mess to clean up. I spilled cocoa core on the floor. What are you guys talking about? Yeah, the B120, Donald. That's the one I've seen. The B120 is all everybody needs. There's actually the D one, the single Oculus, the that's all actually you really need with the mechanical stage. But if you want to use a camera besides a camera phone mount, you got to get a decent top mount. Or it, like, my problem was I didn't want the two lenses and then have this big camera sticking in one of them, so I'd have to avoid it every time I went to use it, because I still like looking through the Oculus. And what, like I said, I was looking at the D130 from Amscope, which has one front mount and one top mount. So you can have the camera on top up on the screen, then look through the one Oculus and get your adjustment. But once I looked at the Tri-Oculus, actually I was talking to Happy, because Happy Dirt Dude was looking at one that he can use for soil samples and needs the upper lighting. And I don't know enough about that stuff. But once he mentioned that, I started looking into some other brands, and that's when I found Justin using his microscope. And then I finally saw the brand he was using, and I said, Viver, that's the same as the brand as the filter I have on my flow hood. And I've noticed that Viver has a lot of different equipment. So I went on the Viver site and I found the microscope, and it was like $200. I was like, cool. And then I said, wait a minute, can't be the cheapest I can find. So I went on Amazon, and Amazon has the same scope with all the accessories for like, it was either 139 or 169. It was much cheaper than the actual Viver site. So I'm a very, very, very cheap person. Oh, okay, we're still on popsicle sticks in the comments. Okay. But yeah, so that's like, if you want to find the cheapest possible things, talk to me. I'll find them for you. But that's just being frugal. It's just the way I've had to be in doing my mushrooms. Like, you see these jars I have. These are not standard mason jars. You can see they got a funny shape to them. Well, I got these at about a quarter of the price of a pint jar like this. And I bought a dozen of them for like $6. And they're beautiful. They work perfect. Same size lids. And then you'll see I use modified lids, but they don't have rings because I got 50 of these lids for $7 off eBay. I find things as cheap as possible. Why not? I mean, the more money I can save, the more I can help other people and do anything. Excuse me. All right, I'm all stuffed up. Any fertilizers you recommend for what? Fertilizers for what, JJ Myco? For mushrooms? I don't think so. No fertilizers for mushrooms. Actually, I don't use fertilizers for anything. I even grow pot and I don't use any fertilizer. I use composted horse manure and lake water, and that's it. No fertilizer, and my plants are 12 feet tall, and they produced over 5.5 pounds. 4 plants. But no, I don't use fertilizers. If you're gonna do anything with fertilizers, you could talk to weed. Okay, I got where you're coming from, but no, I don't use any fertilizers. I go all natural. Just some composted horse manure. Oh, I'm sorry. I do supplement my weed garden with my triked out grain spawn and my cakes. When they're done, I throw them on the ground next to the weed plants. Yes, it is worth using on weed, not on mushrooms. Throw your trike over in your garden and just let it hang out. It's not gonna hurt anything. Mycorrhizal effect is gonna happen. It's gonna help your plants, and that's from experience. That's not. I mean, I'm not getting technical on that. I literally, if I had a bag like this and it turned green, I would take the whole thing, or the jar. I had a bunch of jars, probably a dozen jars over the course of 4 months that I put aside, and they were completely green from top to bottom. I still got a few, actually. I'm saving them for summer. I leave them sealed in a tote with a sealed lid, and they're ready. When summer comes, I'm going to break them up. I'm just going to spread them out all over the garden, and I'm going to water them right in. Okay, Donnie, I don't understand that one, but yeah, do what you want. Have a good one, Mike. Mark, thanks for coming. Appreciate you stopping in. But yeah, Donnie, I don't know what fertilizer you use, but I don't think mushrooms like fertilizers that much. I don't know, whatever. Like the mushrooms we use, they just like grain and cocoa core. Hey, Kim, Happy New Year. Thanks for stopping in. Finally testing no Dr. Mike's MGP Plus. Yeah, I tried the MGP Plus. I honestly didn't notice any difference. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude to MGP. I think he has great products, but I like his liquid culture and his agar mix better than his MGP Plus, Mushroom Growth Promoter Plus. I didn't notice the difference. I also don't have a technical lab to test it in, but my stuff grows pretty good either way. I don't get huge stuff, but I do small grows. I don't do large monotubs or anything. I do small 6-quart and smaller grow containers. A 6-quart shoebox is about the biggest I'll ever go. I use like small trays. I use all kinds of small stuff. So yeah, he's got good stuff though. I love his new. He came out MG Dr. Mike's. He has these new ships, self-healing injection ports, but they're like solid silicone. They don't have the hole underneath, so they're like a plug that you put through your lid, and they're solid. I was doing basically the same thing, but filling the bottom of my ships with silicone, like red RTV. Problem with that is after you use them a few times, sometimes you push the RTV straight out of them, so it didn't work out. I tried, didn't work. But yeah, he's got solid silicone plug. You can get them on Amazon too, but he's got some cool ones. They're different colors. They're big. They work out. They look really good. I don't know if he's still got them going, but that I saw that in one of his products, upcoming product videos somewhere. Happy New Year, Kimberly. How's Mike? How's MVP? Happy New Year. Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock, so it's almost an hour before us. So it's almost mid country New Year. If my tent's in the same room, is it still safe to fertilize with trike? I would not. No, JJ Myco, I don't do that. I don't recommend if you have trike keeping it in the same house or floor of the house as your mushrooms. I take my trike jars and I store them about 40 feet that way in a different room than this room, and they stay in the jars, and I bring them outside and put them in the garden. If you're gonna open a trike jar in your house around mushrooms, you're gonna get trick. It's just gonna happen. Have you ever opened a jar of trike? Because literally, if you took a jar like, okay, here's a white jar. This is regular, just spawn. I can open this with no problem right here in front of you guys. Smells wonderful. It's fine. If this was trick and I just did that, this whole room would be full of trick because it's like an explosion. It's called a trick grenade. You open a jar like this and it's green, it's gonna blow trick everywhere as soon as you open it. This I can open. It's fully colonized. There's nothing gonna happen to that mycelium. This mycelium is perfectly safe. Okay, there's nothing gonna happen to that. Now, if that was trick, I would have just infected this whole space. No, don't open trick in the same room or fertilize with it. No, I mean maybe take it outside, mix it with water, but I wouldn't even. No, don't even do that because you're gonna end up with trick everywhere. I don't even use if I go out to put trick in my garden, I finish up for the lab for a day. I go out there, I spread it, and then I let it. And I take all that clothes and I wash that clothes separately. I don't even go back in the lab after because that stuff's everywhere. It's literally like have you ever taken like a baby powder bottle and squeezed it and it goes? That's what trick does when you open a jar. It just does that. It goes. It's insane. If you ever, someday if you do enough, you'll drop a jar and it'll explode on the floor, and your whole room will go, "Oh fuck!" There goes my whole experience. But yeah, that's keep it simple. That's good too as well. Keep it simple. Yeah. Oh, okay, Donnie, that's cool. I don't know much about using any of that stuff. Honestly, I never looked that far into it. I just used some horse manure additive for my pans. That's all I did. It was a lot easier. Just the Midwest has some like a horse manure substrate, not modifier, but booster. You just take like 5 pounds or 10 pounds of CVG and you add this like 1 pound bag into it, and it makes you pan-sand substrate. Works perfect. Yeah, happy. They're kind of new. They're not as old as they're not that old. They're probably maybe in the past few months. I don't even know if he ended up making them officially, but I saw him. Exactly. That's what it's absolutely. Yeah, like I said, I use my old trick jars. They all sit in a freaking box ready to go out in the summer. I don't even think I really have any. I had one that was green, and what happened? It's sitting out there, and literally the white grew over it. I'm not going to use it, but literally the mycelium overtook the trick, and I'm still not going to use it. But it's just sitting in a jar, in a box, sealed box out there. It's all ready for the summer for my next garden project. I had no reason to get rid of it now. It's winter. It's not going to do anything. Yep, mycology suicide. Absolutely. Yeah, JJ, I do the same thing. I take all my jars, like even if I'm cleaning out jars that like, oh, I put them up there. I put this backdrop up here, and I got these jars sitting up here that have. Here, I can grab one. These are jars that I poured the grain out of already, But as you can see, they still have mycelium in them growing because I didn't clean the jars. This was that tat that I showed you that was in the tent. This is the jar I poured the grain out of. That's how decent this mycelium was. This is still growing and it's colonizing the little tiny bits of shit that are on the edges of the jar. But like this, if this turned green, this whole jar would be. Oh, it still smells amazing. Anyway, but this is still clean. You know, I can still open this. But sometimes these jars, after pouring the grain out of them and letting them sit, or they can get contaminated. I don't even clean them in the same house. I bring them outside in the summer, or I bring them outside. I dump them out in the woods somewhere, and then I bring them upstairs. I soak them in bleach overnight, or bleach water, I should say, like maybe two or three. I make the sink full of hot water. I pour in maybe a quarter cup of bleach, and I soak all my jars. Yep, absolutely. Definitely take all your stuff and clean it elsewhere. Sorry, hold on. I'm all stuffed up for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, B, I guess you could. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I've done it. I've poured H2O2 in trick jars. It doesn't do anything. It just bubbles. The spores don't really get I don't mess with trick as much. Yeah, you can do that if you want, but I'm not gonna. You can do whatever you want. I'm not gonna play with trick jars. I mean, you're not gonna save them. Here, let me grab them. I'll show you something that's really interesting. Okay. Oh, here we go. I got something to show you guys. This is a trick jar. Okay. This is on that whole wheat I was telling you about. You see all that green up there? See the white on the bottom edge? Okay. That's trick. Okay. I am never going to open this. It's sealed, not going to move. This one was the same way. But look, all of my mycelium is growing back over it. This is still no good. This is still trash. Because you can see there's a green in there. I can't see it right now, but this was green. These stay away. I gotta go put these back. Well, like I said, they go in a sealed container out in another room, nowhere near any of this stuff. I'm actually not happy about this. I douse myself with fucking alcohol just for touching those jars. The alcohol, best friend. Anyways, yeah, you just keep that shit. It can start colonizing over the green, but it's no good because it's no good. Once you get green, get rid of it. And don't open it in your house. Don't open it. Get rid of it. Okay, good night, Happy New Year's. Happy Joe Dirt. Good night. Stay dirty, dude. Yeah, Happy's a great guy, guys. And Happy is one of my best friends on here. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, you know what? If you have any last minute questions, feel free to ask. I'm gonna be calling tonight. I'm getting tired. I'm getting kind of punchy. But I enjoyed talking with you guys. I appreciate you all stopping by for New Year's Eve. I hope you guys are staying safe. And yeah, have a great new year, guys. Like I said, the channel will continue. I've just had to take a couple weeks to get used to this new work schedule. I'm going to start brunches back up at probably earlier in the morning on Sundays. I know lots of you go to tea during the week, so you have no problem doing it a little bit earlier in the morning on Sundays, especially the West Coast people. Yeah, thanks guys for coming by. Like I said earlier, check out Stealthy Sports. They got their cards. Great guys over there. Check out Ed Grand, his sports swaps. Check everybody out that I've mentioned. They're all some great people. If anybody needs anything, check out my email. If you need anything, you can email me. Let me throw my link up here. If I can find it. There we go. So if you need anything, hit me up in the email. or just message me on IG. Again, newbie, thank you very much. I really still appreciate everything you gave me, and I will be showing it off and using it. Dog videos are going to be amazing with that gimbal. I still got to figure out how to use it in the lab, but thank you very much. Once I learn how to use all that, I'll definitely be using it. Yeah, thanks for everything, guys. And if you need anything, just hit me up in an email, or IG or Facebook. I'm MycoAlan everywhere. Not MycoAlan everywhere, but I'm MycoAlan on all the different social medias. But yeah, if you have any questions, hit me up. And if anybody needs anything, hit me up. Much love and Happy New Year, guys.